Alrighty, welcome back. We're talking a little politics here, and we're joined by Mary Bishop and Carl Wimmer, and Mary, of course, the Democratic Party, and Carl, Republican, running for Congress. You know, there's a lot to talk about going on in the race right now. There's a whole lot going on, but I guess Rick Perry is sort of raising some eyebrows these days with this ad that he put out, directly attacking certain groups, shall we say. Let's listen to the ad, and then we'll comment on that and a couple other things, too.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian. But you don't need to be in the pew every Sunday to know that there's something wrong in this country when gays can serve openly in the military, but our kids can't openly celebrate Christmas or pray in school. As president, I'll end Obama's war on religion, and I'll fight against liberal attacks on our religious heritage. Faith made America strong. It can make her strong again. I'm Rick Perry, and I approve this message.
All right, Mary, let's start with you, and let's talk about the religion in schools, or at least celebrating Christmas in schools. That was one of the things that he was talking about. What's the matter with celebrating Christmas in school?
Well, the problem is that not everybody's a Christian. So it's a Supreme Court ruling. When we made a choice and a decision to live by the Constitution, the constitutional ruling that we're not going to have an established religion, that people are free to believe how they want.
Sure, but I mean, the First Amendment says we can all express ourselves, right? So I have Jewish friends, I have Muslim friends. We can celebrate their holidays as well.
That might be kind of complicated in all the things. I think, I suppose we could, let's take my granddaughter's school. She goes to the open classroom. They made them stop celebrating the solstice. So, you know, and
are we getting a little politically a little too politically sensitive when it comes to these things? I mean, for goodness sakes, Christmas is Christmas. Why can't we just say it? Hanukkah is Hanukkah.
Absolutely, we are. Political correctness has gotten out of control, and I find that the controversy over this ad somewhat humorous, if not interesting, because there's so much controversy over this ad where Rick Perry is just simply standing up for traditional American values. So I do question the timing of his commercial, because right now the economy is the most important thing, the most pressing issue to the American people. The out-of-control federal spending, the federal spending that is really taking and stealing the American dream from the average citizen.
Sure, but that's a tough topic to address. It's a lot easier to go after social groups and attack the social groups than it is to talk about creating jobs, because apparently nobody in Washington has figured out any way to create jobs, whether in the private sector or in the public sector.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. Now, Carl, I would argue, though, that it's extremely important for voters to know just exactly where a presidential candidate's coming from. That it's important to understand. You call these traditional American beliefs, and I would say that all of us exercising our freedom of religion, our freedom to be gay or lesbian and serve in the military, is their right now, are pretty strong values that we have. Those are going to be the new normal values. Remember when slavery was legal? We stopped doing that too.
I reject the idea of any kind of new normal, and I believe that is being exposed in Rick Perry's commercial. But again, he should focus on the economy. The fact that people are overtaxed, they're overregulated. Businesses are leaving this country because of taxation and overregulation.
Oh, cheap wages, that's why they're leaving.
Is it, well, yeah, they are going overseas. A lot of jobs are. Isn't this, I mean, I don't know, from the outside looking in at this whole thing, Rick Perry at one point came onto the scene. He shot to the top. Nobody thought they were going to touch him, and then he started saying things that were a little kooky and wacky and out of control. Isn't this really kind of a desperation move by him to say, hey, look at me, I have issues too?
I think he's just playing to his base. I think, you know, he's got a Republican primary election coming up. He's playing to his base. But I still think that an economic message would resonate a little better.
I don't know that that's going to pick him up any votes, however. He's already got those people.
They're split right now, and so I think he's trying to get more of them to come over to him.
I think he's a tool myself. But
all right, Mary, telling it like it is, as you see it. Mary Bishop with the Democratic Party, Chairman, and Carl, who is running for Congress.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks for coming in, and happy Monday to you.
Thank you.
You too.
All right, still more to come on this political debate, of course, and we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.